Ukraine troops pull back in Kharkiv after Russia offensive. Ukraine has pulled back its troops from several villages in the border region of Kharkiv following continued pressure from Russian forces. Soldiers had come under heavy fire and moved to more advantageous positions in 2 areas of the northeastern region, a military spokesman said. Throughout the course of the 2-year war, Ukraine has typically used this type of language to signify a retreat. President Volodymyr Zelensky has cancelled all upcoming foreign trips as troops struggle to contain the new cross-border incursion, with several towns and villages coming under heavy fire. His press secretary, Sergei Nikiforov, said the president had instructed that all international events scheduled for the coming days be postponed and new dates coordinated. Moscow has claimed its forces have now taken control of 2 more settlements in the region, Lukyansky and Hlybok, and the village of Robotyne, in the southern Zaporizhia region. But Ukraine says its military still controls most of Robotyne, news website Ukrainska Pravda reports, citing a spokesman for an army brigade fighting there. The Russian troops are actually only on the outskirts, Serhiy Skibchik told the website. Inside the village, there are still our positions. Robotyne was one of only a handful of settlements Kiev retook in its summer counteroffensive last year. A spokesman for the Ukrainian military said the decision to move troops from the Lukyansky and Vovchansk areas was taken to preserve the lives of our servicemen and avoid losses. The capture of Vovchansk, though not of specific militarily significance, would represent a blow to Ukrainian morale. The military spokesman said that the situation remains difficult but insisted that its forces were not allowing the Russian occupiers to gain a foothold. In a statement on Wednesday at 13:30 local time, 11:30 British Summer Time, 10:30 Greenwich Mean Time, the military said there had been 3 clashes in the Kharkiv region, and Russian forces were attacking in the direction of Lipsy, roughly midway between Kharkiv city and the Russian border. The statement added 2 strikes hit the villages of Lipsy and Mala Danilivka, while Ukrainian forces repelled an offensive in Vovchansk. Ukraine's head of intelligence, Kirill Budanov, had earlier said troops had stabilized the front line. Thousands of civilians have fled west in recent days towards Ukraine's second-largest city of Kharkiv, including from the town of Vovchansk, located 74 kilometers, 45 miles away. Oleksiy Kharkivsky, Vovchansk's police chief, said on social media that fighting was intense and Russian forces were establishing positions inside the town. The situation is extremely difficult. The enemy is taking positions on the streets of the town of Vovchansk, he said. Kiev has sent reinforcements to the wider Kharkiv region following Friday's incursion, seen as one of Russia's most significant ground attacks since it launched its full-scale invasion of the country in February 2022. Additional forces are being deployed, and there are reserves, President Zelensky's office said on Wednesday. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced an additional $2 billion in military aid to the Ukrainian war effort while on a visit to Kyiv. Mr. Blinken told reporters on Wednesday the fund would provide weapons today and invest in Ukraine's industrial base. We're rushing ammunition, armored vehicles, missiles, air defenses to get them to the front lines, Mr. Blinken said. We've been through challenging times together. I have every confidence that together we will get through these difficult moments. It comes weeks after U.S. Congress passed a $61 billion aid package last month. Away from Kharkiv, Russia said earlier it had temporarily closed 2 major airports in the southwestern region of Kazan after targeted Ukrainian drone attacks. Ukraine has not commented on the strike. Russia's foreign ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova also said on Wednesday that Ukrainian attacks in Russia's Belgorod border region were a demonstration of the criminality of Kiev and the Western powers which back it. Unlike with Ukrainian territory which Russia occupies, Kyiv has reluctantly agreed with Western allies to not use the missiles it provides on targets inside Russia itself.